What's going on, everybody? Today we are going to talk about Discord. I'm Israel Galindo with Metalore, and I wanted to kind of bring you a little basic steps on what Discord is, what it does, why you need to be part of it. Let's check this out. Okay, so first off, what is Discord? Discord is a communication program that can facilitate text, voice, video, and chat all in one place for all of your devices. Yes, all of your devices. Your Android, your iOS, your tablet, your phone, your computer, your desktop, every single item that you can think of, you can use Discord. Now, depending on the community that you are in, your social engagement will vary. So let's keep moving on what this actually does. So originally, Discord was built for gamers. That's basically what it was. So they can communicate while playing games, right? It wasn't that amazing looking, it looked a little clunky and funky in aesthetics, but the robust capability of the program itself supersedes others by leaps and bounds. I mean, it puts Zoom to shame. It puts Skype to shame. And I know really it was built for communication. This really does give you communication. So let's expand on that and see where we're going to go, because there's so many cool things to look at. So the first thing you want to do is, if you want to grab Discord, and again, you're like, do I need it? If you're communicating in 2022 and beyond, yeah, you definitely need it, because this is definitely a program that has a lot of communities in it. Anything that you can think of, there's a community, right? Think of communities like groups on Facebook. If you're part of a group or ever been part of a group, Discord servers, as they call them, channels, etc., are the places that you want to sort of connect and interact with and network with. So it's a great program. For me personally, I own a tech company as well, and we went away from Slack, ended up using Discord for our own internal server for our employees, staff, and customers to communicate with us as well. And we will go there, by the way. We will show you what's up. So how do I Discord? Go to discord.com, as you can see on the page here. And what you're going to do is you're going to download whatever you're like, Mac, PC, browser. You can do it in browser, so you don't need to download. In 2022, we don't really download apps. We just log in on browsers. This way we can do it across multiple media sources, etc. Once you've downloaded, you want to register. Now, there's a key thing here. You can give it any name you want, any combination of your liking for a screen name. But, for example, mine is radio. If I give somebody that username is radio, they're never going to find me, because my username gets attached a hashtag and a number right after by Discord. So you need to know what that is, and we'll show you where that is as well. So once you register, once you go in, you're going to see, boom, let me drop it in here. You're going to see this entire system. Again, looks a little funky, looks a little weird, looks a little strange, if you will. And all of these right here are different servers. For best sake, let's call it groups, but they call them servers. Each of these is a different group or server that I've joined. And a lot of these you have to join. You can't just go Google and say, hey, Google, give me a list of every single server out there. It doesn't really work that way. You have to go to the website, basically like Restream, right? And they said, hey, join our Discord server, or you have to be invited to a server. You can't just pop into one. And obviously you have to follow the guidelines and rules as you would any page that you join in a group. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to break these down so you understand how it works, what it means, what all the sections are, etc. Because you're like, Israel, this looks crazy. It's like 1990 early coder type thing. And yeah, basically, it wasn't trying to look fancy. It was just enough to communicate. But what if I told you that I could put a live video in here, that I could share my screen on here, that I can have a meeting, that I can have a concert in here? Believe it or not, a lot of people are like, what? You can do all of that? There's so many things you can do. But we are going to break it down and kind of give you a scoop from beginning to end. And we're actually going to be adding a Discord channel for Tubi, one of our favorite, and I'm not affiliated, but one of our favorite tools to have with YouTube. And we'll be joining their Discord channel so you can see how to join, how it works, and so on. So going back to the desktop, what does it all mean? Well, I'm going to kind of take you through a little tour. So I'm going to pick a channel. This is just a channel for my DJ music stuff. Not something I created, something I joined. It's called Tribe. So we're literally going to go through everything in here. The first thing we're going to look at is on the bottom left if you're using desktop. If you're using your phone or device, you're going to see a little picture of you. That is going to be your status. Now, what does that mean? Status is like when we used to do the Skype days or Messenger. Do you want to be bothered? Do you want to show offline? Do you want to be incognito so nobody sees who you are and be a stalker? You can do that. Or do you want to switch account? What does switching accounts mean? Well, they're different profiles. I can have an account for work. I can have an account for play. They don't have to be the same. Right now, I have it all in one because I have multiple channels on both worlds in my life. So you can set up different type of channels by your lifestyle. So this is where you can actually do all of that. I can go offline so nobody bothers me while I'm making this video. Or I can put do not disturb because, again, I'm recording a video. I can be invisible so I can stalk you and you and you and you. And I can do a custom message like, hey, I'm in the middle of a meeting. I'm going to have to chat with you guys later. Or, hey, let's play a game. So that is that. Now, you're going to see right underneath the name, the hashtag 1200. That is my user account. Another way to look at it is if you're looking at the little user settings or gear icon as they call it, that's my user settings. The deafen is the sound, the audio, right? And then your mute for your microphone if you want to mute, because this is also communicative channels, voice, video, etc. So we're going to go to the user settings first, and we're going to go into this one and show you a little bit behind the scenes of what's going down with Discord. So my user account is going to be Israel hashtag 1200. The hashtag 1200 is what Discord gave me. So if I give that to someone, that's what I have to give them so they could find me, etc. And of course, it'll have the email address, phone number. You should add these things for two-factor authentication. This way you don't get locked out of your account. Here's your two-factor right here that you should engage. So anytime you log in, it'll text the code to your phone. And I know everybody gets tired of that, but believe it or not, it's very important because when you get locked out of your account, Discord's going to say sorry. Unless you have access to your email, phone, etc., we can't help you. And that's not on Discord's fault. That's pretty much every security for most of the world. So that's that. There's going to be a section in here that I really want you to pay attention to. As far as your user profile, you can add a banner, you can add colors, you can do all these cool stuff. Now, there is a limitation because they also want you to buy something called Nitro, which is like $10 a month here in the US as of 2022 in this video that was being made. Do you need it? Do you want it? If you heavily use it and you transfer a lot of files, videos, images, music, etc., you want to have cool emojicons and be like the VIP of VIP for Discord, spend the $10 a month. Do you need it right now? You really don't need it. You can get away without it. It's like me for my work when I want to transfer a file. If I'm not sharing it off like OneDrive or Dropbox or any of those places, and I drop the file here because it's like a video media file or a video that I want people to see, it's going to say, hey, you need to upgrade to Nitro. So you'll see a lot of these things that you can do. It'll let you know to upgrade Nitro. So, and then you can talk about you can put in websites, links, anything where people can find you. Now, the important part that I really want you to pay attention to is going to be the privacy and safety. And just like any other page, this is a great thing. Now, there's two reasons for this. And the first one is obviously security. You want to make sure that you're safe and who can contact you and who cannot contact you. So obviously that's important for all of us, right? But here's the big but. Do you see this first section right here? Keep me safe. Scan direct messages from everyone. My friends are nice. Scan direct messages for everyone unless they are a friend. Do not scan. Direct messages will not be scanned. If I sent you a message and you don't even know who I am, and I say, hey, click this link, and it's a virus or a hack, I'm going to hack you. It's just like any other social media where people could be nice and not nice. This security section right here will actually also scan for explicit messages. A lot of them might be bots, as we call them. If you know what a bot is, it's just an automated AI that says, hey, come here now. Hey, join me for this game. But is it a real one? It's going to basically scan for that media content to see if it's a real person, a bot, or malicious to you. So just very, very cautious. By default, it goes to my friends are nice. So it doesn't really scan your friends. But if you're very cautious, keep it on Keep Me Safe. If you're a risk taker, which most of us are not, use the do not scan. But I would not recommend that. As you can see, it's red, bad, no. All right. Here, when we are going to servers, and again, think of servers like groups. Servers are basically the places you're going to be at. So allow direct messages from server members. So if you turn that on when you're on a server or a group, you can have a private message from a member. Now, the way this works, which we're going to go deeper, is these servers have channels and have sub-channels, which are basically text channels that you're going to be talking in. Think of it like you walk into a grocery store with different aisles, and you've got the vegetable aisle and the milk aisle, right? Well, if you were in the milk aisle, you're talking about milk. If you're in the vegetable aisle, you're talking about vegetables. If you're the guy that doesn't know where you're going, and typical us guys, we go in and we start talking about magazines in the milk aisle, somebody's going to go, hey, you want to talk in the magazine aisle. So those sub-channels of the main channel is where we're going to be talking, but we will show you that as well. Now, carrying that information, does anybody have to contact you directly? No, that's a big no. Nobody needs to talk to you directly unless you allow that. For me, I allow it. I'm okay with people talking to me privately. That's fine. For your security, you don't have to have that turned on. Allow age to access restriction servers on iOS. So as you can see, some of these you are allowed, especially on Mac. When joining, people 18 and over, can message you. You can turn that off. You can turn that on. Who can add you as a friend? Anybody right now can be like, oh, who's this radio? I'm going to add them. I have everybody adding me. You don't need that. You don't have to. Friends of friends. If I'm a mutual friend with somebody, I can add that. They can add me. Server members. Anybody who's a member of a server can add me as a friend. So going down the list, as you can see, you can go to the rich preference, allow friends to join your game. This is when you're hosting, allow voice channels to participate, and so on. So there's a lot of cool things in here that you can really fine tune for your security, which I recommend when you get Discord, go there first and just start switching the data and just either flip a coin and say yes or no, or really just read the sentence and be like, allow Discord to track screen readers usage. Well, what does that mean to me? The settings allow us to record your screen reader while using Discord so that we can improve accessibility. It's basically Alexa recording what you're, listening to what you're saying. Do you want that? Yes or no? You can disable it, enable it. That's to your liking. Authorized apps are going to be apps that I allow that can connect to this. For right now, Restream allows a connection to Discord, and there's reasons why. And then when you're going to connections, then you can connect all the different things. As you can see, my connections are my Facebook, the PlayStation, Spotify, different things that I have connected that I can use as plugins to this. There's so much to it. I mean, I could pick a channel and say, play what's latest on YouTube, and it will actually play it. And those are called music bots, but we'll go about that later. All right, the rest you can go through yourself, appearance, accessibility, voice and video. Voice and video, let's just go there for a minute. Voice and video, as you can see, it's automatically set to voice activity. I can talk like you and I, mute and unmute my mic, or you can do a push to talk. If you rather hit the space bar to allow talking and untalking, you can do that as well. I have just voice activity. When I start talking, it starts listening to my voice. And then you've got input devices. I've got an external microphone and an output that's going to headphones. So that's what I have right now. So that's something that you can look at as well with yourself. And text and images, you can kind of go there as well. So, all right, let's get out of there. Let's get into some fun stuff. So, again, it looks very intimidating, right? You're like, what? All right, well, we're going to go down that list. I already told you what's on the bottom, which is your information about you, security, microphone, and definitely for your headphones, audio, etc. Left-hand side on the desktop. Now, on your device, it's going to look a little different, but almost try to stay the same. Any of these circle icons are going to be servers. They are groups that I've joined. Just to give you an example, I have a group that I created myself, a server, if you will, called Metalore Community. That's my community. People join my community, and I have what we call text channels that people can talk about. Text channels. In this example, my general channel really just tells you general information about the channel. You can post whatever you want in there. Everybody has access to general, and most servers, channels, do have a general channel. Not all, but most. So you can type whatever you want in there. You can go in here and start typing in this chat message below. You can attach a file. You can create a subthread. You can do a command. Or the fun stuff is you can add funny memes, funny GIFs, emojis, however you want to call them. You can add that. You can add stickers, and we can do the GIFs, as we call them, like I do space, do something with a cat in space. And then I'll just, enter, and into it is funny because it is really funny that the cat's tripping on that, like going, ah. So that's the general. Now I've got a sub-channel of that talking about the metaverse. And you're like, well, Israel, it's empty. Well, I literally built this a week ago, so I haven't really pushed it hard. We could also talk about metaverse monetization. How do you make money? NFTs, blockchain, hardware, you get it. Any of these subgroups are subcategories that you can talk about different interesting things in my Metalore channel. So this is my community of Metalore where I can invite people. So if I click on the top of this, like if you have a channel or you are part of a channel, you can usually click on this. Server boosting, let's go there for a minute. If I like this channel and I want to support the channel, I can server boost it. That's going to give everybody in the group emojis. Think of it like when you go to the bar and somebody goes, rounds on everybody, I'm paying. Server boost is you're going to pay a little bit of money and you're going to give everybody high quality audio, extra emojis. You're going to look like a baller on that thing. Do you have to do it? No, but it always helps support the channel. You can invite people and say, hey, I want so-and-so to be part of this channel. You can look at the server settings and go in there and say, I want to be a little safe in this channel, so you can change server settings as well. You can create a channel in that, like we see here, if I allow you to. Some do, some don't. Category, we can go into categories in a minute, events, and then you can go into the settings. Categories are going to be if I'm separating things. I've got a voice channel category where I have things underneath, and I have a text channel. In the example of Tribe, they have what they call their announcements, public announcements, what's going on currently on top. They have a section where they say 18 and over events. So it comes up with a pop-up of a schedule, if you will. They have a Tribe stage. A Tribe stage to me is like Clubhouse. If you don't know what a Clubhouse is, it's basically an audio-filled room where you just go in there and whatever's playing, a stage, you can listen. If somebody's playing the guitar, somebody's doing a tech talk, whatever, that's what the stages are. And most servers have these. Main channels, again, we're going back to categories. Your categories of your main channels is that. Let me bring it down so I can kind of show you what else shows up. Then I've got an announcements category. I've got voice channels, music and fun. So you get it, different categories, different things. International DJs, and so on. So if I'm an Australian DJ, which I'm not, but that would be cool, I can go here and I could just start talking to other Australian DJs or see what they're up to. Yes, a lot of them are super funny. And some of them are like, you have to follow the thread to understand what they're talking about here. Or maybe I'm a trance DJ or a techno DJ or a hip hop DJ. I can go in these things and I can post whatever they allow me to post. And again, rules and regulations are very important. So just remember, if you are given rules and regulations, definitely follow them and know that you are told what you can say and not say, what you can post and not post, and follow those leads. All right, so now understanding that you've got your servers, you've got your channels with your subtext channels where you actually would talk. That's that row right there. This is the main window that allows you to go, again, different things that we're looking at here. Let me go into my radio channel. My radio channel has moderators only, so anybody that allows administrator. I've got my rules here. I've got my events coming up. As you don't see, I have any. I've got my stage, my channels, my music, and so on. Same thing goes with everybody else's channel. Restream has a smaller type of community, But as you can see, they've got a couple things. Maybe I want to promote something on Restream. I can do it there. I can basically follow their rules and see what I can do and not do. Now, let's switch over to the right side of the screen. On the right side of the screen, in this server called Restream, we're going to see the Restream staff. Because if I'm having an issue, I can go right to them, just like a chat program. And I could send a message. I could play whatever she's listening to right now. She's listening to I Would Find You. I could play that on Spotify and it'll play for me. Or I can send her a message. Hey, something's going on with your server. Or, hey, I'm being harassed, or whatever the case is. We also have moderators that are always there to support you, to keep you safe. You can go to a moderator if somebody's getting, raunchy or something, and you can let them know as well. Sound engineers, you can kind of let them know what's going on. Help squad. So a lot of these people are here to help. Beta testers. And of course, everybody else that's currently in the system will be there as well. So when I go to my tribe, let's go back to my tribe. For them, what they are showing is they're showing me the events. Because again, they set it up for the events channel. Let me go back to this one. And if I go to my work one, as you can see in my work one, this is something that we've added. And I can see I'm the admin, my technicians, who's online, who's offline. I can chat that. And we'll go to my work one in a minute as well. But again, you've got servers on the left that you can join. You've got the channels of the server you're connected to. You've got in the center the description of the subtext channel you're actually talking into, your chat basically. And on the right, you've got the community. Who's in there? Who can you talk to? Etc. Now, if I want to send private message to someone, just like we do on Messenger or text messages, I go to my home and I can basically go down my users here that we have. And these are private messages that I've had with people that are friends of mine or are part of the servers that I can kind of go through and start having private conversations. Again, these conversations are just between me and them. Nobody else sees it, but just alone private conversations that we can kind of look at and so on. So going down the rest of this list, again, you want to send them a private message, you can do that. And again, private conversations. Now, let's go ahead and join the Tubebuddy server and you're going to see what that is like. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the Tubebuddy YouTube page. You can do it actually off their website. And I'm just going to click on the Discord Tubebuddy. Now, when it takes me there, it's going to come up and it's going to say, hey, do you want to join the Tubebuddy Discord page? Well, yeah, hello, Tubebuddy rocks, man. They're awesome. So I'm going to join it. The first thing it's going to take us to is announcements. They drop you to where they want to drop you. And of course, coming into this, you're just like middle of the freeway. You're like, whoa, it's too many colors. What do? I don't know what to do. So what you really want to do is you want to start at the top and you really want to look at this. So, okay, time and countdowns. May 3rd. What does that mean? Okay, I can't join this voice channel just yet. 6:14 p.m. Obviously, it's just telling you time and date. So that's what they said it. Today's the 3rd. The dates, time and dates, blah, blah, blah. This is your announcements. Here's your announcements. So always go to your rules. Always go to your rules and be like, I just got here. What can I do? What can I not do? Can I do something? Now, you'll notice that I can't chat until I complete this. So let's go through it. I'm going to hit complete. And it's going to come up and say, hey, all of these guidelines, this is what's up. Privilege not a right. Treat everyone with respect. Do not use the moderator mentions unless there's an issue, inappropriate behavior, typical rules, etc. So I've read it, I've submitted, and then what's going to happen says you must be a member of 10 minutes to send messages. So right now I can view, but I can't act. That way it gives time for them to see if I'm rowdy or not, if I'm going to be cool, not cool, whatever. So once I've got in there, I'm like, all right, now I'm going to start going down the list. Welcome. I always go to welcome and then scroll to the bottom. If you scroll to the top, it's chronological, older to new, news at the bottom. And I can see, hey, it's radio. Welcome to Tubebuddy. So I can fill that out as soon as my 10 minutes are up. So I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to go read about Tubebuddy questions and then can read about that, milestones, suggestions. YouTube talk. I can go be like, hey, I love this on YouTube, but I can't do this. It doesn't always have to be a question. You could be a win. Hey, I'm doing so good right now. Thank you, Tubebuddy. Hey, I'm having some issues with SEO. And the community is very helpful here. They're going to help you. And if you just ask a question, just ask the question. It doesn't hurt to ask a question. If you want the affiliate program, you can go on here and read about how you can become affiliate with Tubebuddy, which I should do because I promote them a lot. And then going down to discussions. Again, you see how it's separated in categories and so on. So let's get a little bit on the goofy stuff. I'm going to just go here. I'm going to take you guys a cool spot right now. Max. Max is a designer of clothing and animation and MREs in altspace and Metaverse. Max has his world, and everybody took it as it used to be just be a world where he could talk about his clothes, but everybody's kind of gone in here and made it their own. But you can see he builds a lot of cool, amazing things, and sometimes it's just random photos of whatever. So you could actually go in here and put a random photo of, it doesn't matter, a cat, a dog, a spaceship, doesn't matter. But let's just go here. You'll see voice channels. If I hit general, I'm actually connecting, let me mute it, to a voice channel. If they're talking like you and I, if I connect in voice channel, it's going to let others know Israel's in the voice channel. People's going to start connecting going, hey, what's going on? Why is Israel in the voice channel? What are we talking about? Somebody might just be playing music and we're all just enjoying the music, or we're having an audio conversation. So let me get out of that for a second. I'm going to just hit disconnect. If I go to my world, I have a meeting for me and my staff to go in here and literally have a meeting. I can have a meeting on here. I can do a video. So if I click the video button, it will turn on my camera in here. Now, I'm not going to do that right now because my staff's going to be like, why is the owner turning on his camera right now? I can share my screen and share whatever I want to show on here. And I can start an activity. Activity could be anything from a game, a quest, a question, a poll, music. I can do any of those things. And if I'm not doing anything, I can just disconnect. So talking about that right now, we were in Slack. We had our customers. This is our company right on top. Here's some of my customers down here. So what I usually will do is I'll do the same thing. I have a general channel where we talk about advanced networks, what's going on in our company. I have a schedule. As you can see right here, I let the team know what the schedule is for the next day and so on. So they're aware of what's going on. Communication is where we communicate anything and everything. It doesn't matter what it is. Tech news, if we have anything that we have to sort of let our techs know about, we do that. Tech videos, we put our videos in here to let them know if there's an error that they need to know how to fix. I can do that there. Is it down? Now that's what's cool about that one. It's an automated system that goes online and sees what is currently down. So our technicians know, hey, why am I troubleshooting Microsoft 365 if it's currently down because Microsoft said it was? So that's that. We have development. We've got task. We even got jokes where we just put silly stuff or, hey, did you guys watch this movie? It was so cool, blah, blah, blah. I can again go to my meeting, go to voice channels, or if my staff just wants to listen to music, we can go here and enable a music bot. And it could be Spotify, it could be YouTube, it could be a playlist they want to play, and then all of us can just enjoy the music. So that's really fun to do there. And then when we want to talk about our customers, we could talk general stuff about the customer, where the address is, what's going on with them, and so on. Or we could communicate with ourselves. Now, I can create a sub channel for the actual customer, invite them only to that sub channel. They can't see anything else but just that one sub channel, and they can talk to us. The bad thing for us is now every customer is like, hey guys, I need this fix. And we don't want them to bypass our ticketing system. So this is how we set up our company and how we communicate all day long. My technician today had some issues connecting something on 365. I went, quick, let's get into a meeting. And he shared his screen and I can walk him through a few things on that. I can do the same thing with our customer. If one of our customers here says, hey, I don't know how to do that. Oh, share your screen. I can basically see what they're doing and I can sort of guide them or create a sub-channel of training, development, and kind of help them along the way. Another thing that we do, and if you guys are doing this for your business, we have one called Drive. Now, what Drive is going to do is actually going to take you to a URL for OneDrive, where you can actually click the link, log in and authenticate, and you have your files. So that makes it easier for us as a company to know when we're talking about a certain customer and get to their data quickly. Or if we need to send the data back and forth, that's how it works with us. So that's how we've established our company within that. But again, for me, since I've been doing it so long, I use all of these a lot, especially like my new NFT creator to create NFTs. I just joined Night Cafe, which is an awesome NFT creator where you can then take it to OpenSea and make money on your NFTs that you create. And not to promote too much, but Night Cafe, you can tell it, give me an NFT about a dog running on a treadmill while smoking a blunt, and it'll actually animate one for you. And then you can sell it and all that fun stuff. So, yeah, I suggest this is definitely something you guys should get into if you haven't. If you already have, hopefully this was helpful in showing you how this works. I know it's 30 minutes long, but I hope it was worth the time and investment of making sure that you guys can get the Discord information you need. If you have any questions, feel free to write to us, leave a comment, let us know if you want to see another piece of it. Let's do that. If you wanted me to show you how to create a server channel, we're happy to do that. Again, we're not doing a huge promotion on Discord. Just a lot of people that I know are like, hey man, we don't know what Discord is and everybody's using it and I should be part of it. Or should I? I don't know. Should I have one? Those are the questions asked by everybody out there. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll talk to you on the next one. See ya.